So the House of Representatives is set to vote on HR8 this week. It's a bill that had a hearing in name only just about a week ago. So there's no doubt this bill is going to go through the House. It faces a pretty tough battle in the Senate, though, where Republicans hold a good-sized majority. Politicians are going to tout the claims that nearly all Americans support background checks. But what they don't tell you is that we have background checks. What they're talking about is criminalizing private transfers, for which they have zero plans in enforcing. And it's because they can't. I mean, that's the entire issue. HR8 it's a feel-good bill that is good for publicity, but it is empty of substance. I mean, criminalizing private transfers and to create a law like this that actually goes over and supersedes a lot of states' rights interest here. There's no evidence at all whatsoever, and not since the time that I first published my book, Hands Off My Gun, that shows that these private transfers are what's ultimately fueling the crime rate with illegally carried, illegally used firearms. In fact, those exchanges or those purchases are done on the black market by someone who's not allowed to sell, purchased by someone who is not allowed to purchase and not allowed to carry. That's the problem with all of this. It is entirely unenforceable, and it puts the burden on the law-abiding citizen to pay the penalty for the criminals so that politicians can have the luxury of going out there with a talking point and optic that they've solved something when in fact they didn't solve anything. They just punished law-abiding people more. Now, as I said, this will make it through the House because they have the majority there. It won't make it through the Senate, but that doesn't mean that they're finished because more gun control bills are being moved from committee to the floor just this week, and they said they want to have an onslaught of anti-gun legislation this particular year now that they have majority in the House, or as Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez says, now that they're, quote, the boss, end quote. So we'll see how this rolls out. But in the meantime, make sure you contact your lawmakers, your senators, and be in their ear about how you would like for them to react or work on or act on this legislation.